G'day, Ethan here from Bogan Boring. Tonight going out, just going to do a solo run tonight again. Got the full team with me, Chevy, Tarn, Tez and Viper. We're going to do a run around. I've started a bit later than what I usually would. Grand final weekend this weekend. I've just finished watching the final and I'm going to head out now and do a bit of a later one. We'll see how we go. We'll roll into it tonight and see what happens. So hopefully we can get one on the deck. That's always the plan. We're still in search of that elusive bigger fella. Not saying he's out there, but hopefully somewhere. You've got to be persistent, they reckon. And if we keep going out, eventually, soon enough, hopefully we'll run into a big fella. But anyway, a pig's a pig. We'll see how we go. Let's get one on the deck and we'll go from there. Yep, so to start with, I'm going to run Tarn and Chevy. I'll run them two fellas loose first. And then I've got Viper and Tez in the box. I'll keep them locked up till these other two get a couple up their belt, and then they tire off. I'll swap over. It's a bit warmer tonight. We've had a bit of a warmer day. I think it was 36 today, which is a bit warmer for us at this time of year. It's sort of starting to creep up. I think tonight's about sort of 17 degrees. Still, it is nice and warm, and we've got a bit of a full moon there tonight, so we'll roll into it and hopefully we can get a nice big full moon boar. That's the plan. Hey boys, let's get them. Seeing this pig here in the thermal. We're going to try and go and get him. I haven't even had a chance to hook my mic or nothing up. I was only just getting to the paddock I wanted to start hunting, but this bloke here I've just picked up in the thermal. The dogs were half keen. We'll see if we can go get him. Yeah, we just ended up getting this little boar here. He's probably 45 kilo. He's not a bad pig to break the ice tonight. He's, yeah, good one, straight up. First paddock we come into. Seen him on the thermal, and the dogs were pretty keen as I was coming down. So they left the ute there and picked him up. So happy days, that's what we want. Straight up, icebreaker, nice little boar. Hopefully we can roll on and keep getting into him. Just seen a good pig in the thermal here. He was just coming off a barley crop. He's not a bad looking pig. He's a good boar. He's a better pig. Yeah, we just got this bloke here. He's probably a solid 60 kilo boar. He's probably the better end of what I've been catching lately. He's been dogged before too. He's got a ripped ear. He's got a small set of hooks in there, but he had plenty of fight about him. He's solid. He was just coming off a barley crop. We've picked him up off, and yeah, no, I'm real happy. Tez, Chevy and Tarn did real well there, so I'm happy enough with that, Chevy? So, nah, that was a real good go by the dogs there. They didn't take him long to pull him up anyway. What do you reckon, Chevy? You just want to be front and centre. Is that right, mate? But nah, I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, he'd be solid 60. He's just deep and wide. Like he's got some weight in him. He threw the dogs for a bit. So, nah, I'm glad we got that fella there. That's what we've been looking for is that. Nah, if we can keep working up from this fella here, I'll be bloody real happy for tonight. So that's two on the deck, two boars. So far, so good. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, this is a fella here. He's easy 65 kilo. He is deep. Real bloody deep in the gut there. Solid across the front shoulders. So, nah, dogs did well. We're going to keep rolling and see if we can't get another one. Now we've just finished with that second boar. I'm going to leave these two fellas on. I'd usually rotate about now, but I really want to put a fair bit of work into Tarn at the moment. He's a bloke who's stepping up and he's starting to hit that next level as far as what I want to see. Chevy, well, he's got a bit of age, so I'll give him a bit more run, and just to keep him going with Tarn, what I might do, if we can get one more under their belt, then what I'll do is I'll rotate them and I'll give Tez and Viper a run. Tez probably doesn't need the work at the moment like Tarn. He's, if anything, he probably needs a bit of a spell and a bit of a break to try and G him back up again to get him a bit firing. But we'll see how he goes later tonight. He might start firing anyway and poke along. So I'll keep the work into Tarn while he's going all right, and see if we can't get another one into him. Little mob on the thermal just in here. I think they're real big, and there's probably about half a dozen of them in the mob. Nothing's coming out. Yep, they're on. Yep, we're on. Righto, we're gonna roll. Righto, we'll see what these boys have got here. Well, there's what we got. Got a big old sow, so yeah, she's probably 45, 50 kilos. She's not a bad size of a pig either. So actually two boys done well. They went, chased that mob out, Tarn punched out in front of Chevy. Chevy was a bit steady catching up, so our Tarny boys going well. That's around the deck for the night. Out of mob there. We just nailed her, so happy days. That's going real well. I'll go to the dam. I will do a dog swap now. Yeah, it was good actually. They left the ute on scent then, even though I could see them in the thermal. They couldn't see nothing. They left the ute on their own and then went out and hit these up. So, real happy with that. She's got a gut full of piglets in it too, looking at her. So, we'll keep rolling now, and I'll go and find a bit of water, go to the dam, give these dogs a drink, and I'll do a dog swap, and we'll roll into it. Yeah, well, this is water break number 1. So, I'll give Chevy and Tarn a drink, and we'll swap over to Tez and Viper. Viper's already up in the box. She's keen. So we'll give these two here a spell now. They can have a drink and then a bit of time in the box, and I'll run the other two and see how we go. The old full moon. She's going all right tonight. Anyway, we'll see how we go. We'll just keep rolling. We've got 3 there so far. I was happy with that last one. I was glad that the dogs left the ute before the thermal. Like I seen them in the thermal, but they never seen them through the spotlight. So, they did real well there. It was in a fairly high bit of sort of Yanganville grass. We're talking sort of 4 foot, 5 foot high grass. And, they punched into it real well. Anyway, we'll have a quick blow here and we'll load up, Chevy? We'll keep rolling. Well, that's the dog swap complete. I've got Tarn and Chevy locked up now, and I'll run Tez and Viper for a bit. They can run loose now, and hopefully they can step up and find us another good ball. See how we go. Hey, Dizzy boy. Hey, Vip. You tired, mate? I don't know what you're tired for. Let's roll into it. Yeah, well, I did just see 3 pigs on the thermal as I come up to a gate. don't know where they went. We'll just poke out here. Bit of pine country, so we'll take it half cautious and we'll see if we can't find them again on the thermal. Yeah, well, that mob I'd seen before when I was coming through the gate, we ended up just catching back up with them. This is a bit of sow that Viper pulled up out of the mob. There was a little sucker, or well, sort of a half-grown that Tez got on his way, so they both left the ute. As I just sort of crossed the path where I thought I'd seen these, they left the ute, ended up picking them up in the thermal, and yeah, the dogs were on their scent anyway, and yeah, Viper got one, Tez got one, so no, they done all right there. They got one each, so yeah, can't complain with that. And then yeah, this is a better one. She's probably a sort of 35, 40 kilo sow. She's probably 40 kilo, I suppose. Not too bad. So that's, yeah, number 5 for the night. We're not going too bad here tonight. We're just poking around and everything seems to be going well. Dogs are working all right. So we'll keep rolling and hopefully we can keep bumping into a few more. Yeah, well, we just got this little fella here. He's probably 35 kilo. Now, he's an interesting little pig. So I seen him in the thermal. Anyway, he took off from the dogs and he wasn't really moving real fast in the thermal, and then he sort of hit the deck and he was wondering what was going on. Well, if you look closely here, he's only got one back leg. He's just got a little stump down there for a back leg. So here's a little tripod. You don't see that every day anyway. So that's number 6 so far. Tez and Vipe, they done all right. Not that he was going to get away on them. Anyway, I'll leave these two loose for a bit more now. We're going to come into a few paddocks there with a bit of grain line. So we'll see how we go and we'll roll on. Yeah, so I just finished with that last little boar and we come through the gate into this paddock here, and yeah, there was a good mob that were on an old grain line on the edge of a dam, and anyway, they took off pretty quick. They weren't messing about. They'd heard the vehicle the moment I stopped at the gate to come through, and they'd hit the road running. They were out of there. Yeah, so I just kept following them up and see how we went. Anyway, we rolled into them, and yeah, we did get a couple out of them. Yeah, we just came onto another mob. I just come through the gate and where they'd been feeding a bit of grain out on a dam. There was a mob coming off it. Dogs ended up getting one, sort of smaller one. I sort of chased a couple of the fence line. Ended up shooting this pretty good sow here. And another smaller one just over behind it there. Little ginger one just there. They were just poking along. So that's another 3. That'll give us 9 for the night so far. She's not a bad pig actually. She's probably 55. Maybe a bit heavier. She could be 60 kilo, I'd say. She's not a bad pig, especially for a seer. Bit of a hooky seer. Yeah, a little bit of hook there for a seer, especially for a area. Now there with a shotgun. Anyway, we'll go to another dog swap, I reckon. Go find a bit of water and we'll swap them over. Yeah, well, we've done another dog swap there now, so I've just mixed matched my pairs. So I'll run Tarn and Viper now. Tez and Chevy will stay in the box. I'm just going to go down onto this canola crop. We've hit it a few times, had a few jumps, but nothing actually in it. We did get one there last time on the edge of it. I'm hoping, I still have the theory there's a big fella in there. The last time we hunted it there, 2-3 weeks ago, there was some big tracks after some rain going around it. He's got no reason to leave there if he is in there, so I'm going to keep hitting it pretty hard and see if we can get something in there. We'll see how we go with these two. Yeah, I ended up going around the canal and a couple of jumps, same as usual. They wouldn't push you into it, and we didn't get nothing. I'd come sort of a couple of paddocks out the back and then come onto this fella in the thermal, and he was just hightailing it. He was a pretty good solid pig, and he knew exactly where he was going. He wasn't far off the fence, and he shot sort of straight through it, and he knew exactly what he was doing. Tarn and Viper, they led straight up him and through the fence, and didn't take him long to pick him up and punch out into it. They still had a bit of work to try and get hold of him. That was pretty thick over in there. I just seen a good pig on the thermal. Sent the dogs onto him. He was a good boar. Hopefully they've got him. That's him. Good dogs. Yeah, we just got this fella here. He bloody stinks. I tell you what, he's been eating something bloody rotten. Anyway, that's how it always goes. I seen him in the thermal and he just feline. He knew exactly where he was going. There's a little timber scrub patch here that the dogs ended up getting him in. He went straight through a fence, through his hole. Anyway, I had Viper and Tarn off, and they shot straight through after him, and they did a real good job. They hung around. He'd pushed out to sort of 250, watching them on the tracker. Then he'd cut back through in this little scrub spot, and then I heard the hit up on a brawl, and they done a good job. He's not got a bad set of hooks on him. He's probably 60, 65 kilo, that's number 10 for the night, which I'm real happy about. It gives us double figures for the night for a solo run. It's just unreal. I'm really bloody happy with that. He's a good pig too. That's 2 good pigs tonight. We've caught that second pig we got. It's probably pretty similar size, but this bloke here, he's got a better hook set about him. They're not a bad set of hooks at all. They're a really good set. This side here is a pretty handy pig, and there's just got a broken point on it, but all in all, that's a pretty handy pig there to get out of here. I'm happy enough with that. So we'll real stoked with how these dogs are going tonight, especially these two here. They can have another run. So, but he's a good pig. We always sort of aim to catch a pig like that overnight. Really makes me pretty happy. So to get 2, we got that bloke that we got second pig of the night. It was pretty similar. This bloke here, he's just got better hook. Both about that 65 kilo. We're not getting any monsters, but this is sort of the best that we're getting at the moment. So we'll just take what we can get. Anyway, I'm real stoked the dogs ended up pulling him up. He's pretty thick scrub here that he went into, and he knew he would have known his way around pretty well. So, all in all, bloody good. So I'll give these two another run, and you never know, we might come on to another one yet.
Yeah, we just picked this little fella here up. He's probably 35 kilo. I just seen him in the thermal out in a bit of ligament grass country and sent Vipe and Tarn on him. And anyway, they wheeled him and put him up. He had a bit of a hot step about him, but they ended up reeling him in. He's number 11 for the night, so bloody really good night actually. I'm bloody stoked. Couple of good boars there and a few numbers and that. Dogs are doing well, so we'll keep rolling. I might even do a bit of a dog swap there now and run the other two for a little bit. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Well, that's number 12 for the night. Another little boar. A little bit bigger than that last fella we got. He's probably 40 kilo, 45 I'd say, this bloke. Yeah, he'd be 45. He's solid enough. Yeah, but look, he's been dogged before. He's got a bit of a V at the tip of that ear there. I thought maybe someone might have put a mark in it so that he'd had his nuts out, but no, he's still a boar. He hasn't been barred, so no, he's just got away. Anyway, he didn't get away this time, so that's number 12 and another boar at that. So, yeah, absolutely stoked. We'll see how we go. We've still got a few paddocks to get home yet. It's about bloody 2 o'clock in the morning now and we're just rolling. So, no, we'll keep going. Get up, huh? No, I've just pulled up at home in now. I'll unplate the dogs and pack up. It's about 2:30 now. I didn't start hunting until nearly 10 o'clock there tonight. So got out a bit later. I usually start just on dark, which daylight savings kicked over now, but it was sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'd be just sort of heading out. But yeah, tonight I was a bit later, about 10 o'clock. Did sort of 4.5 hours for 12 pigs, so I'm bloody happy with that. Dogs done well. Everything sort of, yeah, was good. Couple of handier boars there that are probably 65 kilo and one sow, about the same. A lot of pigs around that sort of 40, 50 kilo mark. That's just consistently at the moment. And you throw a few small things in there, but all in all, dogs done well. A couple of good fawns. They did well on a couple of boars there too. That bloke that went for the fence, they still tracking back on out in the scrub. So I was happy enough with that, and no, everything worked well there tonight. So real happy, and you got to get amongst it. You're not going to catch a pig sitting on your couch. So get out there, get amongst it, and make sure you hunt hard and hunt safe.
Thanks for watching the videos, guys. As a shout out, we're going to do a 10% discount on our website. It'll be across everything, one-time use per customer only. So when you get to your checkout, you've bought what you wanted. We've got hoodies, shirts, singlets, men's, women's, kids, caps, beanies, footy shorts, stubby holders, sticker packs. Jump in there, go to your checkout. In the voucher and code section, chuck in Bogan10. That's BOGAN10. Bogan10. You'll receive a 10% discount at checkout. And don't forget, all purchases over $140 get free shipping. Over $250 get free express post. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.